Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I am your NXT predictions champion, Trevin, joined as always by our main roster predictions champion, Caleb.
Hola.
And Zach, our cameraman and producer, is behind the camera.
Yeah, and we are here to talk about NXT. Man, what a good fucking show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So many high spots.
Man,
Yeah.
I would just say the only thing that was weird was probably the last couple matches, the pacing.
Yeah.
I did not expect a certain match to main event. I'm glad it did.
Yeah.
We saw a very weird ending shot, but you'll have to stay tuned to when we get there. But
First, I forgot to write it on the board. We open with another 10 bell salute for Hogan on the NXT show.
oh, brother.
Yeah. This brought up an interesting question I saw online, because technically this means Hogan got 30 bells. Who else do you think will be deserving of 30 total bells when that time comes?
I don't think. Maybe Taker, HBK,
So
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart was the name that was brought up. A lot of people brought up H.
It's gonna be
HBK.
like the legends.
Yeah.
Like
Some people are saying Cena.
maybe, yeah, because he's considered their GOAT now with 17. So yeah, he would be deserving of it. People are gonna say Roman. Unfortunately, I think Punk gets one.
Just the 10 bells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know though. It's weird because as much as there is the baggage that comes with Hulkamania was a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it had a big cultural impact. That's why I think he got it more than anything. But yeah, I don't know. We shall see. I mean, unfortunately, we shall see. I don't want these legends to pass, but this is going to happen.
Yeah.
But now,
to the normal show.
It is the young and up-and-coming talent, We are featuring Jada Parker and Jasmine Nix.
Yeah. They're letting her get singles action.
Yeah, they're letting her get ring time, and it is short and sweet.
Yep. Jada kind of murders and dominates the match.
Yeah, Jasmine does get some good bit of offense in, but she can't really do anything.
Nope. Jada with the hypnotic for the 1, 2, 3. She moves up in the line, and Fatal Influence scream at Jasmine, basically.
Yeah, now, coming off the fallout of last week with Undertaker saying you have to go after the biggest dog in the yard, here comes Javon Evans. And he comes out and he says, look, I'm here to challenge the biggest dog in the yard because Taker, the OG, told me I have to do it. So I'm going to do it. Yeah. Trick comes out.
Yeah.
You're not the big dog, though.
No, he thinks he is, as he is TNA World Champ. He is carrying both brands on his shoulders. He's a 3-time World Champ. And he's like, obviously, you want some of what I got. Mm-hmm. And Javon's like, I hate to do this to you. I was actually hoping Opa was going to come out.
Yeah. Man, I love Javon on the mic, man.
He's like, a little offense to you.
Yeah, a little offense to you.
But I was hoping for Opa, and Trick's like, oh man, you see, that's where we're gonna have a problem, because now you just developed 2 problems. 1, you just disrespected me. And 2, I was hoping to become Tricky 2 belts.
Tricky 2. Oh, jeez. Tricky 2 belts. No.
So.
What a nickname.
Yeah. And they conversate a little more, but then High Rise, led by Wesley, comes out to interrupt and is like, look. As long as, Trick is TNA World Champ, we're cool, and we're gonna keep that belt on him. But while he's also TNA World Champ, we're gonna make sure he gets what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Just to spite everyone a little bit. And if that means dropping you, Javon, I'd be happy to do it again.
Yeah. And you mentioned the brawl, right? Sorry, I kind of just zoned out.
No, I didn't mention the brawl, but Javon tries to gets a couple more words in, and he's like, you know what? I gotta take down the top dogs. Let's start with y'all.
Yeah. So Javon goes it alone, and it is 1v4. Yeah. Does not work out well for him.
He holds his own for a solid 10 seconds.
You know what I couldn't help but think? This whole segment could have been added to by Dark State coming out.
It ain't happening, Caleb.
No. I'm not even saying leader. I'm just saying you have 4 prominent people on the roster. The TNA World Champion there too. Why not take them out? Because they're going to go after Javon. So go after him.
Yeah. This sets up a match that will happen later tonight.
Yeah, because Wes says, if I have to beat this lesson into you again, I will. And I'll do it gladly. Actually, I'm going to go talk to Ava about it again. Because I want to whip your ass again.
Yep. And then, people are asking for championship opportunities, matches. What about the tag division?
Oh my God. In one of the funniest things on the card tonight, we get Kale Dixon and Uriah Connor saying, you know what? Yeah, Undertaker's advice was for Javon, but we should go after the big dogs. And since we're in the tag division, our big dogs
are Hank and Tank.
So, we're going to take them out with chairs. Because everyone knows around here, you take someone out, you get a match mysteriously a couple weeks later.
Yeah. A little fourth wall break, and they're like, are you sure? And one of them's like,
Kale's are you sure about this?
And he's like, yes, that's how the math works every time.
And then Uriah's like, Kale's like, all right, we're going to go in there. And Uriah's like, well, I'm not even sure if they're in there. Kale's like, what do you mean you don't know they're in there? He's like,
it's fine. I'm gonna take a peek and make sure they're in there. Creaks the door. I think it was Hank that's like, hey, Uriah.
He's like, Uriah? And then the door closes and
it's like, okay.
They're in there.
And I think they spotted me.
Yeah.
And it's like, alrighty. Then we got one shot at this. Alrighty. And then he's like, wait, are we going 1, 2, 3, go? Or 1, 2, go on 3? 1, 2, go on 3. Okay. 1, 2, ah!
And then they charge in, and Hank and Jack are like, what's going on? And
he's like we wanted a match, so we were going to hit you with chairs, because that's how you get matches around here.
And they're like, well, if you just wanted the match, all you had to do was ask.
Really?
Yeah. All you had to do was ask.
We like you guys. We like Mr. Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Just consider it a favor.
Yeah.
And they're like, so no chairs? Please no chairs. Okay, cool.
And then Chase walks in out of nowhere, and he's like, I apologize. And yet, that's the segment.
So we're getting that match next week.
I forgot Kale has the Zack Ryder tight trunk combo, and it looks fuck ass on him. It looks fuck ass on Zack Ryder too. It just looks fuck ass. It's ugly. But next, we go from a tag team getting an opportunity to potentially a faction breaking up.
Yep, as it is for the last time, Tavion versus Charlie. Mr. Dudley set up this match with El Paveva, and the stipulation is, if Charlie wins, Tavion stays in the NQCC with a smile on his face. No more complaining he's in the faction. If Tavion wins, he leaves the NQCC with no complaints from Charlie.
Yeah, and, they do the cool thing that I think, if you're going to do a tag team facing each other, this is how you should do it. They walk out together, as a faction would.
Mm-hmm.
They go to their corners, and a banger proceeds to play out in front of our eyes. A technical masterpiece.
No, seriously.
Tavion, I am so happy because I'm just going to spoil it. He wins.
Yep.
He's free of the NQCC.
Belly to belly suplex for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm glad he can break out on his own finally. I wonder what's going to happen for Charlie.
And Charlie, despite what happened when Miles beat him to leave the NQCC, Charlie actually shakes Tavion's hand.
Mm-hmm.
He shows Tavion respect, being like, look, we had a 2 out of 3 basically, and you won.
Yep. Yeah, and dude, it was an amazing match. Tavion was put in the half crab again, and it looked like he was going to tap. He didn't. He broke out of it. Then he hit the belly.
Mm-hmm.
Ren looked like she was looking for a towel on the outside.
But Tavion fought through it. The exhaustion on both these men's faces. It was probably a mix of both selling and actual exhaustion from how grueling these guys' fighting styles are.
Man, yeah, having to pick up another grown man. I mean, yeah, they're jumping with you to assist you, but having to still pick him up and move him over you for a suplex? Yeah, no, that shit's insane.
No. These men are gonna go far.
Yeah, Charlie, of course, is gonna go far because his dad's regal.
Yeah.
I wonder what this means for Tavion. Obviously he's not gonna get put into a title picture soon because he has to fight his way there.
Yeah.
But I think NA is the best first stop for him.
Yeah.
Putting him in that title picture. I wouldn't be mad if he's the one to take it from Ethan down the line at some point, but I don't know how long Ethan is staying. So.
Yeah. I think any of the 3 former NQCC men could take it from Ethan.
I feel like Charlie might go fish out that trophy.
Mm-hmm.
The Heritage Cup.
Yeah. Miles is an easy shoo-in, and now Tavion, now that he's broken off, is another shoo-in. Charlie, I could see be a cup fisher, but I feel like due to the fact that they haven't mentioned the hunt for it in that body of water as of recently, I think it might be retired, but I'm not 100%.
I have no idea. We have yet to see Stacks come out again since that match, so...
Yeah.
Since the match we forgot to cover, by the way.
Yeah, our bad.
Yeah, we haven't seen him announced as anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll just have to see the time.
Yeah.
But next, we get Blake Monroe cutting a promo on Jordan Grace that it is very late 2000s, early 2010s diva style promo. Why would you give her this material to work with? It's basically just saying that Jordan Grace was fat.
Yeah.
And that's basically her promo.
Yeah.
That's her promo.
Yeah. But then a lot of other top names in the NXT Women's Division come out, starting first with Lola Vice.
Yeah. She said, how can someone so, beautiful be ugly on the inside? And it's like, have you not seen any media ever in your life?
Have you not seen any 90s to early 2000s Disney originals?
Not the Disney original. Not the Disney. I was thinking more Mean Girls.
That works too, but it's literally for any Disney Channel original movie, it is basically copy and paste the same A plots.
Well, yes, but Trevin, we've stated this before. We don't get paid to talk about Disney. To be honest, we don't get paid right now to talk about wrestling.
Not yet, but with y'all's help.
But I would love to talk about movies all day.
Yes. But the next person that comes out is Jada Parker being like, look, I just jumped out the line and you're still in the back.
What the Okay. Okay, and then next we get a choice.
Yes. Jordan Grace's music starts hitting, and you can see the fear in Blake's eyes.
Looks terrified. But instead it is Jordan, Kalani.
Yes.
Backwards. Yeah, Kalani Jordan comes on and
like,
says, you were expecting the other Jordan, weren't you?
But
it's best to expect the unexpected around here in NXT. And then there was one more.
No, that was it. It was just those four.
Was it just those four?
Yeah, just
yeah.
those four women in the ring, yeah.
Yeah. So after a few more words get spat, a brawl ensues.
Yep. With Kalani Jordan taking out, or basically going over against Blake Monroe, and Lola Vice going over against Jada Parker. Those two women that got taken out head into the inside of the ring with Blake sort of hugging Jada for comfort, and Jada just sort of looks at her being like...
And pushes her off.
Yeah, it's like, we ain't friends!
Man, that was funny. I found it interesting how they put Kalani as a face in this segment.
Even though you've been building her up as...
a heel.
Yeah. She's developed more tweener booking, I guess?
Yeah, it's just, I feel... I'm glad now that Stephanie and Julia are gone from NXT. I can't wait till Jordan gets her call up, because then you can finally give the people that you were giving a lot of shine their shine back.
Yeah.
Because you cut their time, like Carmen.
Yeah.
Jada to an extent, Lola to an extent, Lash to an extent.
Yeah.
Like
speaking of Lash.
Yeah, speaking of Lash legend, it is her match against Fallon Henley.
Yep. And based off of what happens in this match, they are about to They're about to push Lash to the moon.
Oh, yes. This is how you strap a rocket to somebody. So, the match is going on. Fairly simple. It is a very...
Fallon is a former champion. She's able to match pace with Lash a little bit, but Lash is a juggernaut.
Just has the power game.
She can push people around. But you know who else who can push people around like no one's business? From out of nowhere.
Jax comes out of nowhere. Attacks Lash Legend.
Throws
throws her back into the ring for the... what was it? The Roundup?
I think so.
Is that her?
Beats me, honestly.
Fallon hits her finisher. I think it's the Roundup.
For the 1, 2, 3.
So, if you paid attention, the two matches that were set up last week for Fatal Influence, Jasmine lost hers, and Fallon won hers. And if you've paid attention in the past few weeks, Jasmine has been looking very annoyed. The Fatal Influence. They're gonna kick her out.
Probably.
Or she's gonna quit.
Yeah. But Nia Jax getting some lickbacks after what happened in the Battle Royal.
Yep, and then she hits her Annihilator finish.
Yep. Just brutalizing Lash a little more, and as we mentioned, strapping that rocket to Lash Legend.
Yeah.
Like a former multi-time main roster world champion is taking you out while you are still on the NXT roster.
Mm-hmm.
That is a statement.
Yeah, no, and I will continue to say this. NXT was the only show that consistently built up Evolution and is the only one
That's talking about it afterwards.
To really have any fallout from Evolution happen on the show.
Yes. Like, Raw technically has Stephanie gunning for the championship because of her title match earned through the Battle Royale at Clash of the Castle. But that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
We, of course, have Naomi as champion now. That also happened at Evolution. Basically, SmackDown has said squat about Evolution.
Yeah. SmackDown just...
Moved on.
It's just being weird right now. It started to hit a stride, then Hogan died, and I cried.
TBD.
Not for Hogan, but for the show.
Yeah. TBD whether they pick up steam or not. We will see after the ladder match, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see after the ladder match.
Yeah. But now, we move on to what I believe is another Rocket getting strapped to someone. Possibly physically, because what the...
Javon, we get that you're bouncing. What the fuck? We also get that you go hard in the ring.
But what the
fuck?
Air Max is on.
Bro, that man was beating the brakes off of Wes.
Yes, we have Javon versus Wesley, and to sort of give you an example of what happened in the last couple minutes of the match, Javon hits what the internet is describing as a coast-to-coast swanton. Not a coast-to-coast drop kick, a swanton dive from one corner to the other corner, while Wesley is wrapped.
Yeah, so tree of woe position.
Yes.
And then he basically does a front flip drop kick. Pretty much, essentially.
Yes.
Like, that's just insane. My favorite part of the match was when he's fighting Wes, and Wes gets him in the corner, and Javon dashes, and he goes, "Stupid ass!"
And
like, what the fuck?
And then the final spot that decides the 1, 2, 3 end the match is Javon hits his classic springboard up 10 feet in the freaking air cutter for the 1, 2, 3.
And then after the match, you know who appears? Oba Femi.
Yep, Trick was on the commentary table and he's standing on it now being like, you want to come after this? You want to come after this? Javon acknowledges him being like, maybe. But both men look up at the balcony and you discover that Oba was watching the entire time.
You know who else was watching the show this entire time? In preparation for his debut at SummerSlam, Jelly Roll. He was actually in the crowd. Fans reported that he took pictures with kids. He sat and watched every single match, like, intensely, and he told them that he's gonna blow our minds Saturday. So,
Hey.
we shall see. But yeah, no, Javon and Oba are gonna cook.
Yes. You know when Oba watches you from the balcony, basically if he's sitting on the balcony, it's his show of respect being like, no, you are a worthy opponent worth my time. Because when he watches you on the TV, he can leave whenever he wants. If he's on the balcony, he has to acknowledge when he's gonna leave.
I also think when Oba chooses you, because that's very much what he did.
Yep.
He wasn't just watching to watch. He wasn't watching to scout. He chose Javon, and he said, "You're next." He said, "But I want to see how you do." Because I feel like if the numbers would have gotten there, I think Oba would have ran out. Maybe not. Because I don't see him being like that baby face-ish. But
No, yeah.
I could see it.
No, because that's the thing. Back in the triple threat days, and even when Javon answered Oba's open challenge by front flipping over the rest of the people trying to get in there, Oba knew, like, this kid.
Yeah. That match is gonna fucking cook, bro. I can't wait. I think it's happening at Heatwave.
Probably.
I think it's happening at Heatwave, and I think this is where we see Oba thrown and move up to the main roster. Please give me him and Jacob Fatu. That will print money. I'm telling you, that will print money. Give Jacob the title back.
What you're doing with Jasper on NXT, do with Oba on SmackDown.
Give Jacob the title on Sunday, because I think that's when they're facing. Give him the title on Sunday, and have Oba immediately dethrone him upon arrival. And just give Oba his NXT North American title reign. Just give him that, copy paste it. You will print money. He can talk. He can go. People love him.
Seriously.
Oh my God. He is a literal money machine. And he's like 26.
Yes. Man's got a career ahead of him.
Like, bro, yeah. He's going to go far. Now, Lexis King has been acting deaf the past few weeks in order to get into the head of Miles Bourne. But Miles Bourne does a sit-down interview with Vic Joseph, and he basically goes over his story about being deaf. So it was when he was born?
Yep. Basically, he was born with a funky heartbeat, had to be life flighted, and the procedures ended up with the side effect of losing 90% of his hearing in both ears.
Yep.
So, over his life, he learned how to read lips, learned how to make sure he got people's face-to-face, eye-to-eye attention, so he could read said lips.
Yeah.
And he also pulls a joke of, like, basically doing, like, sorry, Vic, what'd you say?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm just messing. And he's like, but that's the thing. I learned how to adapt and have fun with it. And people like Lexus are always going to pop up, but it's how you deal with it that's more of a character builder than actually having to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And now we get our main event of the evening. It is your NXT Men's Sorry, Ethan Page, forgive me. Your NXT Canadian North American Championship, even though they don't announce it as that, the heathens.
Versus the Director of Authority at TNA.
Santino Marella and this match cooked in the best way possible. They let Santino get his flowers. They gave him all of his spots. The only thing that was missing was the power walk around the ring. That was the only thing that was missing. That was the only thing. But, he got super close in the end. He goes and hit the Cobra. Ethan pulls the ref in front. Eye poke. Twisted grin. One, two, three.
And still.
Yeah. I didn't think Santino was going to win.
No.
That's kind of the thing with him. And I kind of also predicted this.
Yeah.
When it got made. Like, they're going to give him it. They're going to do he's there. He's going to do it. Something happens. He loses.
Yep.
He had it literally in his fingertips. The only thing that would have made it better is if he actually got the 1, 2, then the kick out.
Yes.
That would have been the only thing that made it better.
Yeah, like what happened with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, because there's also the thing of like, if Dark State wants to make a point and they say they'll attack anyone at any time, this also would have been the perfect time. You have the TNA Director of Authority. You're currently going after TNA people as well as NXT people. This is the main event. You have the obvious numbers advantage. Why not?
Yes.
But
the credits start to roll, but we have one more segment.
So, if you've been paying attention throughout the night, we haven't said it, but if you've been watching and you've been paying attention throughout the night, you would have seen Luca Crucifino pop up saying "Family don't last" in a segment with The Calling. They leave and, well, sorry, I completely forgot. I was about to not mention my favorite person on NXT. Tatum Paxley.
Yeah.
Gets a NXT Women's North American title shot next week against Solaruka.
Ooh.
Yep. She
Tee
got
imminent.
Tee is imminent. So Tatum basically says, like, look, after this, I want to after this momentum, because of this doll that you gave me, Izzy, I beat Zarya, I beat that bully, I think I'm ready to take on Sol. And Izzy looks like, no, annoyed. She looks annoyed. She's like, no, come on, I kind of want to take her on. And then, as soon as she's about to really say that, Sean Spears comes in with Nico Vance, and he says, now we're reeling from last week, but thanks to you, we got the win. And to show you good faith in this family, we got you a NXT Women's North American title shot next week.
Hey.
And Izzy looks annoyed and disgusted when Sean says this, and then is like, you know what? I'll be in your corner next week.
Raggy.
Raggy. Indeed. But after they walk off and they're talking, Luca Crucifino walks into frame and he says, family doesn't last forever. And then, I believe it was after the Javon match or the Tavion match. It was...
I think it was right after the Lash match, actually.
Oh, so it was after the Lash match.
Yeah.
It was Stax. He was watching the show. Briggs is looking very annoyed. And then he's like, you know, talk about loyalty. You're not loyal. And he's like, yeah, I know I'm not loyal. He says, that's not the issue. He said, the issue is you only get those opportunities every once in a while. And he fucked it up. And Yoshiki comes in and pushes Briggs. And he's like, what's going on? What was that about last week? And Briggs gets separated. He leaves. And Stax is like, look, family is never... He's like, family has issues. And he's like, but your honor thing doesn't work. And Yoshiki just looks at him with disgust. And he goes, you know nothing about honor. And leaves. And now we get to the last member of this triple threat match. Tony D'Angelo. And he's sitting in the restaurant.
All alone.
All alone.
Now, the server, of course, still being respectful, refers to him as the Don. And Tony holds up his hand and is like, it's just Tony D now. Tony D will do just fine.
And then he gets sopranoed. We see someone like a shadow cover his face. We see him look at whoever it was that just approached them. Cut to black.
Yep, show ends.
It literally went from him looking at the person to OVW Rise. Watching on My 24. But man, yeah, no, he got sopranoed.
Yeah.
I wonder who did it. I think this is the best way to kill off his character for NXT. Silently move him up to the main roster. Yeah. Don't have him debut yet. I think you guys have a show coming up in Chicago soon. Debut him at... There's a SmackDown in Chicago coming up soon.
Ooh.
I think that's where we see Tony D debut. Because he's more than earned it. I don't think he needed the NXT title.
No. He was a North American champion and has been in NXT for so long. Like, he was in a War Games match with Trick, with Carmelo. and it's like, and he had more tenure than them there also.
You're thinking of the War Games. I'm thinking of the War Games match where it was Black and Gold versus 2.0, and 2.0 was represented by him. It was, I believe it was also Carmelo, Grayson Waller, and Braun Breaker taking on Black and Gold, which was Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, I want to say Finn Balor, and LA Knight of all people.
Huh. But yeah, no. Tony's got so much NXT tenure that it's time.
Yeah, it's time. Move him up. Give him stuff to do on the main roster. And you know how we said it's time? It is time for this episode to come to an end. That is it for this episode of NXT. Fairly good one.
Yeah.
I liked the matches. The stories were all right. I'm really interested in seeing where we leave off with the Tony D storyline. If he does appear next week, kind of disappointing, but I'm interested to see what they do anyways. Javon and Oba are going to cook.
Yep.
Uriah and Kale get their match next week for the tag titles, which I think I know how that's going to go, but and Nia versus Lash should be happening soon.
Yeah.
But that is it for this episode of Disqualified. I am your main roster predictions champion, Caleb. I am defending this whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
12 matches.
12 matches. That is your NXT predictions champion, Trevin. And behind the camera is our cameraman and producer, Zach. And we will see you next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell 3 times so you know the match is over. Thank you for your time, and peace.
Bye!